Welcome to the Lydian world, the blockchain game where you can earn, learn, and have fun. 2022, the world has changed, the internet changed, and the rise of the blockchain changed the entire industry and forced us to rethink. Blockchain gaming became the day-to-day opportunity to generate income. Some chase the mining, while others are doing the trading. The pursuit of our unlimited incoming resources has begun. Whatever it takes, leaving behind the unknown and embracing the new technology, the new era, the Lydian world. Here, the unlimited income resources are waiting to be claimed, but not without our engagement. We are the driving force of the Lydian world. We are the Lydians. The strategy is entirely in our hands, and we can choose which citizenship to get in order to build a future for our beloved ones. Passionate about mining or in need of a crypto-friendly credit card, a highly active trader who needs extra guidance, a developer who wants to promote his project, or a society-educated gamer who aims to make profits out of his own NFT shop and enjoys the time gaps with the Telegram trivia. You are connecting to the Lydian world incoming resources. Every single action of more than already 350,000 citizens is distributing rewards into Lydian world. Every time a card is swiped, every time an NFT transfer is completed, while you play, even while you sleep, Lydian world rewards you. It continues with a new vision, but do you know what marks the success? Perseverance, imagining the unimagined, and above all, possessing your own piece of virtual land to transform a grand idea into a grand reality. Pick a land. Press a button. Up you go. Behold your decentralized property, built to stand the test of time. Open your own business and share it with the others. From outwards to the city center area, until zone by zone, the city is taken over by its citizens. Multiple digital businesses rise alongside. A new era of luxury, shopping arcades, medical offices. Throw open their doors to an unlimited era, the blockchain. But something is missing. The design of your building is a way to define your own business, where you can approach your own digital architect. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. After all, with the power to create and trade, whoever holds the land NFT shapes the city forever. So, what is your vision?
All right, greetings everyone. How's everyone doing? Glad that you can make it to this brand new crypto morning. It is February the 13th, 2023, and we're excited here at New Millennium Bankers. And what we have to you, we have some vital information coming straight out of Nigeria that we want to kick this week off with, because this is very important. It's important because when we see this stuff taking place abroad with this banking system and with the lack of currency that these banks can provide these other countries, know of a surety that's coming to these shores. Know for surety that, matter of fact, it will happen right now if we went and try to go get all our money out of the banks. It will happen. We will see a major bank run. And this is what the international bankers and the rulers that be, along with the government, they don't want a bank run. They do not want a bank run. All right. The country will explode. But now we're not teaching doom and gloom, but we'll just have to provide these type of stories for you so you can see what's happening abroad, and for you can make the necessary position or pivot, because it is new and up and coming systems and opportunities that's coming about. And the blockchain and crypto is really the only alternate to what's really happening in the banking sector. There's no other alternate. All right. Yes, you can get physical gold. Yes, you can get physical silver, but that's not going to generate you any income right now. That's not going to bring you any additional passive income, residual income. Yes, you will have long-term wealth and be secure in the midst of a major crisis, which really we're in a crisis right now. But with the opportunity that we provide with Gold Standard Bank and Gold Standard Bank partners in our metaverse living world, it is income. It is income, and you can take some of your crypto earnings and convert it into gold. But we need income right now because we're seeing what's happening. But we have to get out of fiat currency. We got to get out of the mind of cash. Cash is coming more and more obsolete as the day goes by. Cash is coming more and more obsolete as the days go by. So continue to follow this channel. Go to Forward Money, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Forward Money. Follow us on Instagram, Forward Money Network. Follow us on Facebook, Forward Money Network. And you can follow my personal page as Forward Mahdi. But continue to stay plugged into what we're doing in Forward Money Network and also New Millennium Bankers, so you can see how you can benefit from what's happening. Because family, if there's a crisis going on, and we're in a crisis right now, whether you know it or not, we're really in a recession where it's always an opportunity somewhere. As something is falling, something is rising. So crypto is what is rising, what is here to challenge, protect us. Well, we can just make income right now. Because everybody can agree, family, the workforce is down. Traditional businesses is down. Everything is down that we know about in the past that we made money with. Now, the only thing that is up is the blockchain, is the metaverse. But the most prominent metaverse and blockchain is Gold Standard Bank, the G999 blockchain, and the Millennium World Metaverse. And we're going to go and take a look at the metaverse at the end of this stream right now. So let's get to it. Thank y'all for tuning in. The cryptocurrency market is still over 1 trillion. Now, this is amazing, right? Because when I first pulled this site up, the cryptocurrency market was down to 999 million. 111,000 or something like that. So since we've been here, another $1 million just in the intro has just went into crypto. Because it's now back up over 1 trillion, as you can see right here. And you can see that the cryptocurrency market cap has decreased by 2.29%. So it just dropped off again. All right. So it just dropped off again. So just at 1 trillion, and it just dropped. And this is happening in real time. Bitcoin is still trading for 21,500. The last 5 days, Bitcoin is down 5.38%, 32%. Ethereum, the second biggest cryptocurrency in the world, Ethereum is down below 1,500. In the last 7 days, Ethereum is down nearly 9%. Binance is down under $300. In the last 7 days, Binance is down 11.5%. Now, those are utility coins. They fluctuate with the trading market. All right. But they have value. Now, here's the G999 coin. The G999 coin, due to what coin market cap say is, we're up nearly 11.5% right now. Against Bitcoin, we're up 12.5%. Against Ethereum, we're up nearly 15%. That's happening right now. This is your utility coin as well, and our coin is almost 3/10 of a penny. 3/10 of a penny. Now, we just had a major event in Sweden with Gold Standard Bank in the Millennium World Metaverse. So this is a lot of stuff is going to take place this year. A lot of stuff is going to take place. We have a lot of updating to our blockchain. A lot of new stuff going to come out. All I'm going to tell you is get in now, start planting your seeds right now. We got a big event going to take place. The next big event is going to be in the United States, in Atlanta, Georgia, the last weekend of March, I want to say, around March the 24th, 25th, I think, called Let's Go Weekend, that is put together by the Wealth Builders Worldwide. And everybody know we New Millennium Bankers, we are also a part of Wealth Builders Worldwide. It's about 50 to 60,000 of us in Wealth Builders Worldwide. And this event is put on by our senior partner, my mentor, Mr. Mahdi, his family, his wife. And it is something that comes from Mr. Tybes will be there, the founder of Wealth Builders Worldwide, and all of the wealth builders in the country. And some might even come out of the country, that come out of the United States will be there. So that's the next big event. Sweden just happened. That was a big, huge event in Sweden. Now we got the United States event going to take place next month, next March. And then after that, you might have some smaller events, local events. But then we got a big event taking place in Dubai, I think May the 13th. In Dubai, and everybody know, I should know if you've been following us, the corporate office, headquartered office of Gold Standard Bank Partners is in Dubai. That's where the office is at. And by me being a ranking member in Gold Standard Partners, we can go to Dubai and utilize the office free of charge. Free of charge. Hey, it's a different type of element when you in business with a multi-billionaire. It's a whole different type of ball game. All right. So that's the G999 coin. So if you haven't got any, go get you some. This is the gas to the entire ecosystem. We're coming out with smart contracts, trading platforms. All this stuff is going to be consolidated on the G999 mainnet blockchain on the smart contracts that will release sometime this year. When that releases sometime this year, you should expect, we should expect the G999 to explode, because the G999 is not a pump and dump. It's not a meme coin. It's not a hype coin. It is a utility coin. So as more and more utility take place, more and more people come in and utilize the technology, more and more people have to get the G999 coin. This coin has to move. More and more market cap comes into the ecosystem. It goes to the G999 blockchain, where that's just automatic coin going to go up. Y'all been saying that for how long? Well, how long you think it take to do all of this? How long do you think it take? Well, you need to ask yourself, how long did it take Bitcoin to get to $1? How long did it take Ethereum to get to $5? How long did it take Binance to get to $5, $10? All right, just ask yourself this. These are questions you got to ask, right? You might have seen Dogecoin explode. And back in, last year sometime, right, or 2021, we saw the explosion of Dogecoin due to Elon Musk, Snoop Dogg, people like that posting about it, right? How long had Doge been on the market? About 6 years. And it didn't even get to $1. It got to like 73 cents as its high. But Doge had been on the market for like 5-6 years. We thought it was a new coin because I had never heard about it. But when we went and checked the data on it, the history on it, Doge had been on the market since 2015. All right. So we just got to understand, we got to have patience, but we got to have a long-term vision. The coins that's going to stay around are the ones with the utility, where I can use it outside of just holding it and wait on the coin to go up. So we have a complete ecosystem with everything in our ecosystem. So we are already using the G999 for multiple things, right? We showed you the GS Telecom commercial first today, this morning. We showed you that. Well, that's a private, decentralized chat app where you can send private messages, private pictures, private video or auto messages over the blockchain through an app that's decentralized, but you got to use G999 to send the message. It's a communication platform. Remember, Gold Standard Bank is a blockchain telecommunication fintech institution. All right. And we just provide banking services and ways to grow your money. Matter of fact, everything we do just grow your money. There's nothing that we do inside of Gold Standard Bank that will not grow your money. So we're living in a time, if your money is not growing, to chase down inflation, to beat back the expenses that you have coming residually. If you don't have a way to make passive income, or if you're not making passive income, you just got to ask yourself why. With all these opportunities, with everything that we've been doing, all we have been showing you over the last 2+ years, how to grow your money, how to get paid passive and residual income by putting your money to work. These are the only products that we have in Gold Standard Bank. We don't have liability products. We don't. So this is 2023, February, the middle of February. February almost up. Got 15 more days left to this month. Brand new year. So we 6 weeks into the new year. Have you changed your income? Because see, if your income is based on your ability to perform, that's disaster. That's a disaster waiting to happen, right? Because you're not going to be able to perform forever. You don't believe me? Go into your local Walmart and look at the old folks that is checking receipts and ask them, just start asking them, say, why are you doing this? You look like you should have been retired by now. I've met many, mostly old women in these Publix, grocery stores, and also in Walmart. And they tell me they retired years ago, but the income that they was getting from their pension or retirement plan wasn't enough to suffice. So they had to go and pick up a secondary job. These are people out of retirement. So all you got to do is see that and say, well, hold on, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. Because if it's that bad for them now, well, we talking about 10, 20, 15 years from now, 30 years from now from you retiring, well, how bad you think it's going to be by then? You might not even get a chance to retire. All right? Because a lot of these traditional businesses and the way we understand making money, that's going out. All right, so let's get to our topic today, that was part of the topic. So let's go to Nigeria. And we're going to get this information from Bitcoin Magazine. And this is what's happening. Nigerians are fighting for their own money, and Bitcoin can help. As Nigerians have been cut off from access. Listen, I want y'all to listen closely. Has been cut off from access to their own money amid a banknote redesign. Bitcoin is the best chance to reinvent the system. Wow. This is an opinion editorial by Ray Youssef, a founding CEO of Paxful and a founder of the Built with Bitcoin Foundation. Imagine standing in endless lines, fighting to get a hold of your own money. Read that again and try to make sense of that. CC family, listen. This stuff is going to come to America, and it's going to come faster than we actually prepared for. So you know how we prepare for hurricanes, tornadoes, food shortage. You know how you prepare for all of that, right? Famine. Well, part of that is also preparing for the financial collapse. All that's part of it. You cannot separate just preparing for disaster, natural disasters, preparing for food shortage, and you ain't preparing for the currency crisis. You got to prepare for the banking failure. You have to prepare for it because it's coming. It's coming, and it's going to be here faster than we think. So don't get hit with that right hook or that blind hook or what they call. Don't get snooked when you're not paying attention. You know somebody hit you. You're not paying attention. You know that might kill you or knock you out. Right? If I step on the side of you and you don't see me and I punch you in your face, like it might kill you. It might knock you out, knock you down. The fight pretty much over with because they call it I stole you, right? So don't get stolen by thinking everything is going to be all right, because everything is not. It's going to get far way worse than it is now before it get better. Because this system that we have been operating in is a tricked up scam system. The currency is really not real. Nothing backing it, right? It's an illusion. They say America is trillions of dollars in debt. Well, it's not trillions of dollars, cash dollars floating around on the planet, especially not in America. So how are they $1 trillion in debt? Well, most of that debt is just numbers typed into the database. Most of it. Only a small percentage of that debt is actual physical cash out here floating around somewhere. All right? Understand that. This is your banking system. This is what we've been under since 1913. Now, I don't want to retrace the history there, but you got to pay close attention to what's happening here. This is a sign. If it's happening in smaller nations and they all use this same fiat fractional reserve lending type of system, if it's happening there, don't think that America is supreme and it just won't happen over here. It is, and it's going to happen. So be prepared. Get prepared. Standing in endless lines fighting to get a hold of their own money. Read that again and try to make sense of it. This is life for millions of Nigerians right now, millions, who face a redesign of their banknotes, the Naira, which means old Naira banknotes will be useless after February the 10th. That didn't already happen. So this is a big crisis now over there because it's February the 13th now. This is a problem because while Nigeria hopes to move closer to a digital cash economy, the country is still heavily cash dependent. The policy is causing a flood of people at bank offices and ATMs desperate to swap their old banknotes for the new redesign. Adding fuel to the fire, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has imposed a weekly cash withdrawal limit, which as of January the 9th was 500,000 Naira for individuals. That's around $1,000.87. That's around $1,087. And 5 million Naira, around $10,087 for organizations. While these weekly limits already seem insane, the actual amount of Nigerians can pull out depends on what's available at each location. Hold, stop right there. So imagine you having money, but you can only get and use $1,000, $1,087 a week. Just imagine that. You got more than that, but they're gonna only give you that. Then imagine that's still dependent on how much cash is in these banks. Because you might go to a location where they can't even provide you with that $1,087 for a week. This is a terrible thing. This is bad. Terrible. All right? Because if I got my own money now, you telling me I got a weekly limit? Now, if you look at your debit card, your credit card, it is a weekly, daily limit to what we can get out of ATMs with the cards we got. So what would happen if everybody with a debit card tried to go to these locations and get physical cash out of these ATMs? Would they have enough to provide it for everybody? Then we had to ask ourselves, why is it a limit? Why is it a limit? Because some debit cards only let you get $2,500 out a day, $5,000 a week. Think about it, Cash App. These things have limits. Your Navy Federal, your Wells Fargo, your JP Morgan Chase, they have limits. Have we stopped to think, why is it a limit on the money that I can pull out from an ATM per day? I have a matter of fact, the Cash App debit card, out of an ATM per day, you can only get $800. You cannot get more than $800. Why is it a limit? Then you have a spending limit. They want to let you spend so much. See what I'm saying? So this banking system is put with the limitations to limit the citizens in what they do, but to also keep them intact. Because if it wasn't no limit, we will find out real soon that they don't have the money. It's an illusion. So they got to keep as much of it digital as possible. That's their whole point. Okay. What's unfolding on the ground in Nigeria? My team in Nigeria is witnessing all day queues with many people walking around empty-handed. Some bank offices and ATMs do not even have cash to dispense. Let me say that. Let's read that sentence again, because I know some of y'all hear that. Some bank offices and ATMs do not even have cash to dispense. Nigerians are bringing mattresses to ATMs, and others are arriving at ATMs at 4 a.m. in the morning to be 115th in line for when they open at 8 a.m. Scarcity is an even bigger issue in some rougher areas, and individuals have not been able to access any new notes. I'm hearing that after returning the old notes to the banks through their kids or agents, because most are unbanked, they are unable to get new notes. This puts a halt to their day-to-day transactions and livelihoods. And for the individual who are able to get Naira, point of sale POS transaction charges skyrocketed by 400% in most cities across the country. This is causing a lot of fear as inflation is already over 20%, and Nigerians are struggling to keep up with the cost of living. So here goes some pictures right here. If y'all can see this. All right. So y'all can see that these are Nigerians at their bank. This is what a bank run look like. You see tens or hundreds of people at this bank. That's one. All right. Hold up. All right, I can't get it. Hold up. Okay. I don't know why I did that. Now it would let me do it. There's another picture here. It won't let me pull it up for y'all though. Well, when I was on my thing last night. Hold on, let me stop the screen share right quick. Try to get to this. Give me 1 second, family. For some reason, that one acting right. But last night, it worked it fine. Because it's like 2 more pictures here that's showing in different banks on what's really happening. Hold up, man. Okay. Here we go. I think I got it now. So it's like 2 more. And I want y'all to just pay attention. Hey, listen, this crypto morning, we just showing that the power of crypto. And this is where the world going. So, okay, so that's one bank right there. I ain't going to be able to blow it up. All right, there go another bank. Whole different bank. Same scenario, same scenery, right? Same scenery. Whole different bank. They out there, piled up, tents and everything. All right, they out here sitting. They out here sitting on the tents. It's another bank trying to get their money. This is what's happening. Now, the point of this is that if we don't really take a look at more opportunities in other systems, see, that's why we in love with Gold Standard Bank. Because, see, if Gold Standard Bank wasn't bringing us a system, we wouldn't bring it to you. Because this fiat currency problem, it is a systematic problem. It is not just a isolated issue or whatever like that. This is a systematic problem. So we need a systematic approach. So when we saying come in the gold standard bank, we getting paid in crypto instantly and all this here. This is systematic. So we have a cryptocurrency system. So when you talk to one of us, it's a totally different ball game on how we look at crypto, how we look at the blockchain. If you talk to one of us who really know and been around in the ecosystem, family, you got to understand, we in Forward Money Network, we help build this ecosystem that we presenting to you called Gold Standard Bank. We helped build it. Literally. We was here from day one. We was here when it was just a thought about this blockchain ecosystem that we had 5 years ago. So don't never think that we just popped up and so we like something that's gonna just be gone next day or the next year. No. It literally took almost 3 years to even get the blockchain up and running. From 2018 to the end from the beginning of 2018 to the end of 2020 is when the blockchain officially launched. It was ready. Then 2020, December the 1st, that's when we came out with Gold Standard Partners, which is the marketing arm to the products on the blockchain. This is just what we're telling you, the history. So this is a systematic problem. So we need a systematic solution. And we bringing that solution. But let's go through this article. This is all coming to a head during a massively important general election on February the 25th. The monetary and political collision is causing its own chaos as political parties in Nigeria are threatening an election boycott. If the February the 10th deadline is pushed back again, they believe that less cash in circulation will cut down on election fraud and vote buying. Beyond the election, advocates for the redesign also believe that Nigerians are cash hardening, meaning they're holding it. And by giving a better sense for the money circulating in the economy, they can better tame inflation. All right, now there you go. Bitcoin can solve. This also means crypto, not just any type of crypto. Basically what it's saying when they say Bitcoin can solve this is really blockchain, because crypto is blockchain money. All right, Nigerian has shown the world that Bitcoin can be the solution. Now, it say Nigeria has shown the world. Now we know about El Salvador. We know about the Central African Republic. So we got two countries, two nations on the planet right now that has officially made Bitcoin a legal tender. El Salvador first, Central African Republic of the Congo second. Is Nigeria going to be the third? Nigeria has showed the world that Bitcoin can be the solution. Mass adoption will not happen overnight, but it will put an end to these terrible bottlenecks. Money is a human right, and people should not be waiting in day-long queues for their own money. The beauty of Bitcoin is that while it is not tied to a central authority, it can strengthen a nation economy. Bitcoin has proven to do this by lowering inflation, giving more people access to the economy, increasing transparency, and acting as a universal translator of money. Through the Lightning Network, Bitcoin can also bring in international wealth and employment. By plugging into a global value chain, Nigerians are able to receive payments for their services virtually instantly, and for free. Breaking the global monopoly of wealth. Woo-hoo. For too long, the people of countries like Nigeria have had a gun held to their heads. If the Nigerian government tried to move its economy forward by putting its people to work and flooding this economy with money, it will get a call from the International Monetary Fund. You cannot talk about money and banking and you do not bring up three of the names, the major players, right? We tell you about these international bankers, right? All you got to do is just pay attention, right? You cannot talk about money and banking, and you got to, somewhere in the article, somewhere, the Federal Reserve got to come up, the IMF, or the World Bank. These three entities work hand in hand together, all right? Remember, the Federal Reserve is the number one, is the central private bank that governs American banking affairs. They control the SEC. They control all that stuff, FDIC. They control everything when it deals with money. The currency controller, the Federal Reserve control all that in America. Abroad, they have the IMF. That's an extension of the Federal Reserve. And they also have the World Bank. Pay close attention to this, family. They have a monopoly. But why is it so hard for us to see this in America? Like, how is it that hard for us to comprehend this in America when we got all of the history, all of the facts, all of the scandals and everything that have broke out from these central banks over the decades, over the years? And we still got our money in the bank. We still got our money in the bank. I talked to a man last week. He told me he got $50,000 sitting in the bank. 50,000. I said, man, have you lost your mind, man? 50,000. Man, with all these opportunities out here with that, man. Listen, man. I said, man, you bring that to us, man. We might 3X that for you, man. You ain't getting nothing off of it sitting in there. Nothing. And ain't no telling what they doing with it. And if he tried to get it all out, they gonna show him quickly. It's not there. It's not there. He definitely can't get it all in cash. That's for sure, right? It's not there. They don't have it because they are leveraging it out. So we got to, how long are we going to stay dead just flatline and really understanding these banking practices? How long? This is 2023. We mean to tell me out of everything that happened, we ain't realized yet that, listen, these people power is in their bank. That's where they power at. If a central authority can control, supposed to be the greatest nation on the planet, and they can control the monetary system, the policy, the currency, they control taxes, interest rates, all of this, mortgage rates, car loans, all of this stuff here. And they have a system built on debt and credit. Debt and credit. Without people going and get debt, going into debt, this system will fall. They have a system built on it. So now we think most of us would rather have a better credit score than to actually be cash rich. Well, if you just had everything you wanted in cash, if you had millions of dollars in cash, you just go buy what you want to buy. Your credit score wouldn't even matter. If you had 0 or you had a 500 credit score, it wouldn't even matter. Nobody's going to turn you down for that new car when you got cash. Nobody's going to turn you down with that house. You can go buy a house straight from the seller, straight from the owner of the house. You ain't got to go through the realtors and all of that. For some cases, you don't have to. All right? So you don't need no credit score. My credit score is irrelevant if I got the money. But that ain't enough. I can just move. I can just move out of the country. Feel me? Well, how could I transport the money? See, that's where crypto come in at. Put the money in the crypto, and then you better go wherever you want to go. And don't have to worry about it getting confiscated. Oh, man, this is so deep, man. Wow, well, we understand the power of this. But let's go. For too long, the people of Nigeria, all right, we're at that part already. Said, now let's read it again. For too long, the people of countries like Nigeria have had a gun held to their heads. If the Nigerian government tried to move its economy forward by putting its people to work and flooding its economy with money, it will get a call from the International Monetary Fund, IMF, telling it that they need to buy Western currencies at a premium to fuel its economy upswing. If not, the IMF could use its control of price discovery to ruin the local currency. This isn't unique to Nigeria. It's happening all across the global south. It's the reason why the region remains poor while it's sleeping with natural resources and a strong growing youth population. So sadly, there will be no global south version of the New Deal. That right is only reserved for the West. But instead of enacting policies like cash withdrawals and currency swapping, I implore the Nigerian government to lean into Bitcoin and allow its economy to flourish. Through Bitcoin, it can open the Nigerian economy up to more international employment, shield Nigerians from economic volatility, and lessen its reliance on international centralized power. Prosperity for everyone, powered by Bitcoin. Now, this just came to me. Since we are on this topic, I want us to listen to an excerpt of a lecture did by my teacher, my father, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So, whatever your religion persuades might be, for these 5 to 10 minutes, block that out. All right, block that out. And I want you to hear closely what the minister said. This is in 1998. This is a lecture that he did called "What is Islam?" 1998, Chicago, Illinois, and he talked about this, and he actually talks about Nigeria, ironically. All right, and before this, you had world leaders talking via video screen or whatever. Back then, you had Muammar Gaddafi talking. You had other African leaders talking. So I want y'all to understand, the minister is a world figure. He's a global figure. He's not a local dude. He's an international man with a message and vision in his head. But I want y'all to hear what he said. This is strictly dealing with what we're talking about right here today. I want y'all to know that, because I know some of y'all, when you hear the minister's name, just because of what the international bankers and the so-called Jews have said about him, you don't like him for whatever reason. All right? But I want you to just block all that out for now. And I want you to hear closely on what he said on this lecture right here from 1998, specifically about what we just went over. Check it out.
Have taken Africa. Africa right now is gone. Do you know what they're doing? The Africans and third world countries want to develop. They don't have the money. So here comes the United States behind the IMF, the World Bank, Federal Reserve. Come. We'll give you some money. Here is $1 billion. And they hold that carrot out. Then they say, wait. You must devalue your currency. And just think of this for a minute. Devalue your currency. Now, what is current? Bring that picture out here, brother. What time is it?
These are 2 letters. Okay.
I'm almost there. Can you sit with me a few more minutes? I'd just like you to, they're going to stand here and hold this. This is the serpent that has deceived the whole world. We'll get to him in just a minute. Stay right there, brothers. Now, currency. and current. Current is the flow of electricity from a source to that which receives it. And when that which receives current receives it, it is power to create motion, light, heat, and energy. To diminish the current is to diminish the power coming from the source, then less light, less heat, less energy, less motion. So when the IMF says devalue your currency, they're literally weakening that nation's ability to provide strongly for itself. Now the IMF says after you devalue your currency, you must privatize. This is in the name of a global economy. You must privatize. Now look at this privatization. Privatize means you must sell off the things that government owns as representative of the people, so that private companies can buy your gold mines, your uranium, buy even your means of electricity, gas and water, so that outsiders now come in to buy, then they own the means of production of wealth in that country. So the whole country is working for the IMF, the World Bank, and behind the loan is America buying these people so that when she needs a vote in the United Nations, they will vote with her or punk out and abstain. Africa is gone. They're enslaved now by debt. You see new roads being built, but the price of the new road is that they've given up the gold. They've given up oil concessions. In Mexico, when America bailed out Mexico, they tied the bailout to Pemex, which is the oil producer in Mexico. But the Mexicans were smart. They paid the loan off, but still in debt. You know why Nigeria is a rogue state? Do you know why Libya is a rogue state? Do you know why China is not looked at too well? Listen, there are human rights violations in every country, including this one. That's not the reason that Nigeria is a rogue state. When have white people cared about black people killing each other? Listen to me. They say Abacha killed the Ogoni 9. That's all. We should put sanctions on him. He killed the Ogoni 9. Yeah? When have you cared? More than 9 may have died last night in Chicago. You haven't said anything about blacks killing each other. You're not in the ghettos trying to get us to be more humane. You know why they're saying that Nigeria is a rogue nation? Because Nigeria refuses to borrow any money from the IMF and the World Bank And 40% of their staff in Nigeria had to go home because Nigeria refused to borrow any money from them. So when Nigeria refuses to borrow, then through careful manipulation of the economy, they can strengthen the Nigerian naira, its currency. Libya won't borrow no money from the IMF. China ain't borrowing any money. We're developing our economy. The IMF is the new slave maker, the World Bank. I talked with a highly placed banker in Saudi Arabia. When I mentioned this, that this is a form of slavery, he didn't deny it. He said, brother, we're only trying to diminish the effects. We don't know how to stop it. But suppose the Muslim world decided to tie their currency to gold so that they would not be the victim of a floating currency that can go up and down at somebody's whim. But if they tied it to gold as a stable anchor for currency, then they could break probably the back of these world serpents.
All right, family. So we're going to end with that. Clearly, that was a lecture did approximately 25 years ago this month. And what the minister said then, we see that the brother who did the article about Nigeria today, at the end of the article, pretty much said the same exact thing. So we have to be thankful that we have a man in our midst, like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who has insight, hindsight, and foresight to be able to guide us and direct us and let us know where all of these tricks and lies come from and how they are continuing and how they are trying to rule and how they have enslaved the population of the planet. Not just us in America, not just Nigeria. This is a situation that is global, that they have a monopoly on all of the currencies around the world. Now, what they don't have a monopoly on is the blockchain, is cryptos, most cryptos. Some they might do, right? It depends. You got to get into and see what's the underlying infrastructure, what the roadmap is, and look at the tech team, the blockchain developers, and see what's really happening. But this is here now. So we were going to talk about the metaverse, but we are approaching 1 hour. We don't want crypto mornings to exceed 1 hour. So we're just going to show you the metaverse, Lydian World Metaverse. And in the morning, we're going to pick up on the metaverse. But we never leave you without a call to action. We ain't just on here bringing you information, talking about defects, talking about problems, without giving you a ready, up-to-date, right now solution to the problem that you might be in or the problem that you're going to be in if you don't take action soon. All right? So, get with the person that shared this video with you. Let them know that you want to be a part of Gold Standard Bank. You want to put your money to work. You want to get in the metaverse. You want to be co-owner of a new economy, a new ecosystem where the income comes systematically and is not based on your labor or really even your time. Once you get everything set up, there's pretty much nothing else you have to do. This is a virtual map of the Lydian World Metaverse. And you can be a citizen to every country in this metaverse. As you can see, I am a citizen in 168 countries. I'm a citizen in 168 countries. I got 28 mining certificates over here. So I'm getting paid from in 168 countries in the metaverse. And this is real liquid crypto that we are being paid every day. And it's a pool at the beginning of each month. So family, tomorrow we're going to pick right back up here and I'm going to go more in depth on how this works and how you can get in and get started. Give it to the person that shared this with you. If you just read it, then just text GS Bank to that number running at the bottom of your screen, 833-549-2079. That is GS Bank, 833-549-2079. So you can put your money to work and you survive what's about to happen. We out.